Hi, this is Kuldeep Bhati from Minerva Statistical Consulting. Welcome to Introduction to Python course. In this course, we will learn widely used programming language Python. Section 1. In this section, we will discuss a brief overview on Python, different implementations of Python, installation of Python and Anaconda. In this course, we will use Spider Integrated Development Environment. Spider is an open source software for scientific programming in Python language. It is released under MIT license, and in the end we will run our first Hello World program. So let's start our first section. Overview on Python. Python was originally conceived and developed by a Dutch programmer, Guido van Rossum, in early 90s. He and his team continued to improve the software till 2000 when it was released worldwide. In 2001, Python Software Foundation was created to promote, protect, and advance the Python programming language. Python is open source, general purpose interpreted programming language. This means there is no charge to download, install, or run the program on any computer. The software is available on different operating systems, which gives it universal appeal and cross-system functionality. In interpreted programming language, most of the implementation execute instruction directly without compiling a program into machine language instructions. In C++, normally we compile a program. In Python, there is no compilation into machine language instruction. Python is very high level language and reads like English. So it's a beginner friendly language. This means there are fewer lines of code to write in Python than C++ and Java. Python is dynamically typed programming language. There are two types of programming language: statically typed programming language and dynamically typed programming language. In statically typed languages, the type of variable must be declared at the point it is used. If we do not declare the type of variable, we will get an error in the program. In dynamically typed language, objects still have type, but it is determined at runtime. We are free to bind variable to different objects with a different type. Python has automatic memory management, so we do not have to use any pointers like C++ or C in Python. Python memory management in Python involves a private heap containing all Python objects and data structure. Python most for garbage collection. Python use reference counting with a periodic garbage phase to detect and free cycles. Python has large and comprehensive standard library, and that is one of the Python greatest strength. As of November 2016, official repositories contain 92,000 packages offering a wide range of functionality, including graphical interfaces, web development, web framework, databases, scientific computing, and image processing. Python supports object-oriented and functional programming. Because of the use of function and object-oriented Python programming techniques, Python code is well structured with reduced duplicacy. Python is great for making application on web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and scientific computing. Implementation of Python means a program or environment which provides support for the execution of programs written in Python language. Python is actually a specification for a language that can be implemented in many different ways. Two widely used implementations are CPython and PyPy. CPython, the main implementation, named C Python is written in C language. As we know from previous slide that Python is an interpreted programming language. It means that the Python code compiles to intermediate bytecode, which is then interpreted by a virtual machine. In PyPy, PyPy is another implementation written in Python using a statically typed subset of Python language called RPython. It has just-in-time compiler, brings a significant speed improvement over C Python. There are other implementations of Python. Java implementation is called Jython, and C Sharp and .NET implementation is called Iron Python. So that was all about implementation of Python. Next we will discuss how to install Python and Anaconda. Installing and running Python and Anaconda. Anaconda is convenient interface for Python. Anaconda includes a lot of Python packages for scientific computing, data science and web development. It updates packages pretty soon as new version come. So let's start with installation of Python first. So to install Python, we will go on our www.python.org. So I'll just type python.org here. I'll show you installation of Python and Anaconda on a Windows PC. So we will use Python 2.71 for this course. So I have already downloaded the installer file for Python 2.7. So if you just click here, it will start downloading the file. And to install Anaconda, you'll just type continue.io Anaconda download. Python 2.7 64-bit installer. As I have told that I already downloaded both the files. So let's start with installation of Python. I will click on install for all users. It shows select the directory. Next, it required 26 MB on your hard drive. Next, yes. It's taking a bit time. So now we have finished installation of Python 2.712 and I'll click on finish. Now we will start installation of Anaconda. Click on next, agree. I'll click just me, all users here. Yes. The space required for Anaconda is 1.8 GB. So it's a pretty big system or a software. I'll just use add anaconda, yes. Register anaconda to the system 2 points. I'll use a default setting here. Now we have finished installation of anaconda. So we'll click on next. Thanks for installing, and we'll not click on this one. Learn more about anaconda cloud, and we'll just click on finish. So now you can see anaconda. I'll just anaconda 64-bit new. Anaconda comes with Spider IDE that we already discussed last time, integrated development environment, Jupyter notebook, IPython, and anaconda prompt. Spider comes with an editor to write code, and console to evaluate it and see the results. Jupyter notebooks are cool. They are ideal for web application, in which if you want to create and share documents that contain code, text, equation, and visualization. If we want to use interactive programming in Python, then we will use IPython. To update or install a package, normally we use anaconda prompt. We have already installed Python and anaconda. Now we start with Python interpreter and script mode. Python interpreter evaluates value, and interactive Python is quite good for doing experiments, and if we have like 3 or 4 lines program, then normally we use Python interpreter. So here if we type like 3 plus 2 in Python interpreter, it gives output 5, and print command is to print any value in Python in console window. And if I want to print a string or a character, normally we use a print command. So if I print and after inverted brackets write hello Python, all the strings are, if it is a string, we have to write in inverted either single or double inverted brackets. So if I type like print hello Python, it gives me output hello Python. Script mode in Python. Most of the programs are much longer in Python, so we type them in a file. Python files have extension .py, and normally if I want to run a program, I open a new file and save all the commands in that file. So if we have like a single command print hello Python, we saved in a test.py, and after that if I want to run the program, I will use Python command and the file name test.py, and this gives me output hello Python. So let's do this whole 2 exercise, interpreter and script mode, using Spider and Windows command prompt. So I will type Spider here. So this is our integrated development environment, Spider for Python. This is an editor in Spider. So if you want to do a script mode in Python where we have to write the long program, we use this editor. This is a console window. So output of the editor comes in the console window. Console window also we can do interactive programming. So let's start with some interactive programming. So 1 plus 1, it gives me output 2. If I want to print anything, hello Python, it gives me output hello Python. And if I want to run any program in editor, normally we use a run command or this play button. So here we already type print hello Python. So if I click here on play button, it gives me output hello Python in the console window. We can run our Python program that we have seen in our slide. in Windows command prompt. Type Windows command prompt. So we already have a file temp.py in C users Demira. Here it is showing in Spider. If I save this file, save as C users on Demira. Okay, this is, so do you want to replace? Yes. Okay. Now if I want to see the output of this file, then I will type Python file name temp.py and it gives me output hello Python. If I want to check that my Python is installed in my PC, normally we type Python. So here we can see that it's a Python 2.712 is installed in our PC, and we have moved into Python interactive mode. So 1 plus 1 by 2. I can print string as well here. So it gives me output hello Python. If I want to exit, use exit with parenthesis. So this was all about Spider installation, how to run commands in Python interactive mode and editor. So in section 1, we discussed overview on Python and its implementation, installing and running Python and Anaconda, two modes of Python, interactive and script mode, and how to run a Python file in command prompt. Next is section 2. In this section, we will learn basic code in Python, assigning value to variable, variable naming rules, and reserve word. So here is our Python code. In this code, we have two variables A and B, and we are assigning value of 10 to A and assigning 20 value of 20 to B. Then we are using a control statement if, and we are comparing a variable A to value 10 and variable B to value of 20. If both conditions are true, then we are incrementing a value of A by 1 and we are printing hello Python, and in the end we are printing a variable A. To understand the previous code, for assignment, in the previous code we are assigning value of 10 to A and value of 20 to B. So we use equal to statement for assigning values. For comparison, we use double equal to that we have done in previous if statement in previous code. So here we use two equal to sign to compare a value. For numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and to get the remainder value we use percentage. Plus sign we used for string joining. So we have joined two strings here, hello, and we have given a space in between and a Python. For string we use normally use double inverted or single inverted comma also we can use. Logical operators are words, and we in previous code we have used AND operator. Basic printing command is print to print a variable or to print a string. Pound sign is for writing comments in the program. Variables don't need to be declared in Python, so we have not declared any variable like a equal to 10 is integer or hello Python in that one. And Python figures out variable type on its own. As we have previously discussed, Python is a dynamically typed language. So object type is determined at runtime. Python uses white space indentation to delimit blocks rather than curly braces or keywords. Python uses four 4 white spaces or 4 tabs for indentation. Here we have a if block, and the next line of the block, a equal to a plus 1, start with 4 white spaces. This means that this line is in if loop. Same as print I am inside of if block is also in if block, and print I am outside of if block has no indentation. This means that this is not in the if block. Assigning value to variables. A variable is something that holds a value that may change. It's like a box where you can where we can put stuff in. So here we are putting a value 10 in box, and when we are printing, it returns the number that is 10. We can also change what is inside a variable. So here change variable has a value of 3 at the start. We can change the value to 9 and after that 12, and when we print, the value of variable is also changing from 3, 9 to 12. We can also assign the value of variable to be the value of another variable. So here we are assigning red to variable red to orange, and variable green to red. And so first value of variable red equal to 10 and green equal to 20. So first when we are printing red and green, it gives output 10 and 20, and when we are assigning red variable to orange, then this is giving output 10, 10 and 20. And in the last, when we are changing the value of variable red, then it is giving output 10, 20 and 20. Assignment from mathematical expression. So complex mathematical expression can be evaluated for variable assignment. So we can assign value like 5 multiplied 10 to variable x, as well as 10 minus 5 also. Multiplication also we can do, and division as well. Value we can assign to variables. Python has a built-in operator precedence that affects the flow of mathematical evaluation. Complex mathematical functions are evaluated first and the easy one last. Parenthesis is given the first precedence, and after that exponents and square roots are evaluated. Addition and subtraction are evaluated in the last. So here we have an example, x equal to 1 plus 2 multiplied 10 minus 6 in parenthesis. So as from our previous slide, we can say that parenthesis value is evaluated first, and after that multiplication has higher precedence than plus, so it is evaluated after that, and in the last addition is evaluated, and we will get value variable x value equal to 9. Assigning from user input. Python provides a way for assigning variable values from keyboard. So here we use a raw underscore input command to assigning a variable name to a value. So when we type a value like Kuldeep, this will print out output, hi, your name is Kuldeep. So let's we see in our spider how we run these command. So this is name equal to raw underscore input, enter your name, print. So now we will run this one. So here we can see that it is asking that we should enter something from keyboard. So if we type anything like John, it gives output, hi, your name is John. So this is how we assign value from keyboard using raw underscore input. Variable naming rules in Python. A variable name must start with a letter or an underscore. A variable name may consist of letter, number and underscores. Names are case sensitive in Python. So lowercase underscore sensitive and uppercase underscore sensitive are each a different variable. Names cannot contain any special symbol and character in Python like at the rate, pound sign and dollar sign. We cannot use reserved word as a variable name in Python like and, not, finally, or def, if, return, lambda and yield. So this was the end of section 2. In next section we will discuss different data types in Python. Section 3, data types in Python. Data type is a classification of data which tells the compiler or interpreter how the programmer intends to use the data. In Python we have data types like numbers, string, list, tuple and dictionary. Number data type. Number data types store numeric values. Python support 4 different numerical types: integers, long integers, float and complex number. We can do a number type conversion in Python. So we can convert variable x to integer. We can convert to float and long and complex number. Complex number has real part and imaginary part. I will show you how we do data type conversion in Spider. Just open our Spider console. So for example, if y equal to 3.14 and if I want to convert this into integer, so I'll write x equal to int y and I'll type x. It shows that variable x is converted to integer, and if I want to type to show the type of x and y, so type of x will show integer and type of y float, as we can see from the value of y and x. Mathematical operation. All built-in numeric types support the following operation. So we can do addition of two variables, subtraction, multiplication, quotient and remainder. If you want to calculate the absolute value of x, we will use abs x. For exponential value, we will use exp in parenthesis the variable name. For if I want to calculate power of x to the power of y, like 2 raised to 3 something, then we will use power function. For comparing two numerical values, we will use CMP x and y. If x is less than y, it returns -1. If x and y are both equal, then it returns 0. If x is greater than y, it returns 1. We can also calculate log value also by using a log variable name. For square root, we use square root function. In Python, string data type is a sequence made up of individual characters that consist of letters, number, white space character or symbol. Strings are the most popular data types in Python. It can be created by enclosing characters in double quote or single quote. If we are using multi-line strings or string that contain single and double quote, we can create a string using triple double quotes. Accessing value in a string, we can assign a string to a variable. So here we are assigning string 1 variable Python hello Python, and if we print str1, we will get output hello Python.